I know the screen is black at the moment, but give me a sec. There we go. All right. Everything looks in order. Um, hmm. Okay, why is the chat not going through? This is confuzzling. Oh wait, I gotta actually turn on Twitch too so I can see that stream. Because OBS doesn't let me log in as a streamer. I don't know why. That's fucking weird, but whatever. It's not popping the chat up yet. Why are you not doing this? You know what? Fucking whatever, alright? I guess it's not working for some reason. I don't know why. It's just refusing to. So I'll have to re-chat through this. Alright, waiting for peak soon, true. Who in... no, what is on? Turn off my audio. Interloper, hello, Moosh. Hey, Trailblazer, sup? Nelly, hey, welcome to the streams. Okay, we're gonna see how successful this is going to be. Is my mouse moving? Wait, is chat in yet? No. Okay, why is it broken? I don't know. Fucking mystery to me. Um, Equilibrium, hey, welcome to the stream. So, today is a bit different. Today, we are doing an investigation stream instead of the usual gaming ones. Today, I wanted to kind of do this for two reasons. One, so that we can all watch the Interloper series together, because I have been asked many, 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 many times to cover this series. And I really do, but it's just so big. It's such a large fucking series. I'm not even sure if these are actually included. I'm just gonna try to see if I can pinch it together. Oh yeah, I just have it paused. Assuming this is all streaming correctly. Oh wait. The chat is working? Question mark now? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, yeah, it is working. Hold on, we're gonna do a test on Twitch to see if the Twitch messages are coming through. Oh, the Twitch messages are coming through today. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. You should find a different playlist. This series has a second channel, so if you want to watch chronologically. Oh, thank you very much. That I did not know that. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Um, Interloper uh full playlist. By the way, I just want to let you know none of these are my recommendations. This is a private window that is not signed in. So we shouldn't have ads, which will leave it uninterrupted. Hello, welcome to the stream. Wow, these are a lot of new people. I'm gonna assume the one with 32 videos is a full series. We're gonna pause it and we're gonna see. You see there is a second channel, Elda Machinima. I'm assuming re-upload. I'm done. Goodbye. All right, this looks infinitely more full. About those files. Okay, yeah. This looks a lot more put together. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. So one thing is I have my script on one side of the screen so I can note down things I find important and also write the script in the process. Because for those who are coming in who may not know what this channel is, because I don't recognize some of these names. I don't actually know if they're subscribed or not. But me, John, Interloper Suggester. I've got a lot of people to suggest Interloper. So I'll have my script on the left side so that I can take my own notes for the big video that I plan on making about this. And then we're going to intermittently discuss and we're going to see. All right, is desktop audio on? Okay, desktop audio is on. Let's just get started. All right, let's full screen this. There's an ongoing mystery that has never been solved. All right. I'm full screening so I can see any details. The interloper mystery. All right. One thing I want to point out is definitions. Usually in ARGs, Loper def. Like, we look, definition, one that interferes with affairs of others, one that intrudes in a place, situation, or activity, one that trespasses. So it's not welcome. I know that that's a fucking annoying thing. I've been subscribed for a while, never joined the stream before. Oh, welcome then. I am subbed. Oh, cool. Well, I knew Nelly was subbed. They've been here for a while. Mysterious Graffiti and Ravenholm. Half-Life2.net. Oh, so it's the Half-Life 2 forums. Okay. So this started with a forum. Anyone see that weird graffiti in Ravenholm? It's in the beginning part, in the dark alley part. Very creepy if you ask me. Is this a glitch or what? And when you walk up to it, there's a weird noise. Is this a G-Man? In the alley intro? What alley? The dark one or the one with a light in it? I checked both and didn't see anything. Hold on, I'm curious. Is this like a real Half-Life2.net thread that we can check? Half-Life2.net Ravenholm weird graffiti. I don't know if I'm spelling graffiti right. I don't think I am. These are Reddit threads, Interloper. There's an Interloper wiki? That's sick as fuck. All right. Okay, I think we're going a little too far. But first post of the 2005 thread. Wait, is this a real thread? Oh wait, we found the real thread. Okay. ProjectSkybox.net. Page 1. Okay, so these are just the posts. They're archived. Okay, so this isn't a real thread, or at least I'm assuming not. All right, interesting. Yo, hey, Moonlander. I don't think so, but it's on a website called Project Skybox, ARG site, but I don't think you should go there till episode 6, I'm pretty sure. All right. We're going to leave that till episode 6 then. Or until I think that I need to. First public record of the Interloper from 2005. This 34-page thread would be my starting point. 34-page thread? Jesus. In-game recording 11/20/2021, 12:34 a.m. Locating the graffiti. So this is November 20th, 2021. This is a website created by In-Universe and Anomade team that will show up later. Well, if you got there already, well, yeah. Freaking ads showed up just now. Sorry. Just how YouTube works. Who's adding me in the fucking Palladium Discord? Okay, no, never mind. That's reasonable. Okay. And then there was an app from my friends yelling at me about quantum mechanics. All right. So Half-Life 2 Ravenholm. Nothing looks too suspicious. Proving it's Ravenholm. Interesting stream. Thanks. Okay, so they're going into the alley. We're assuming that this is the Dev 10 something guy. Okay, and then we have the weird graffiti. And this is an in-game graffiti, if I'm not mistaken. This is a real graffiti. This is the graffiti in question. Okay, cool. I understand that much. It's similar to the Umbrella Man graffiti, but with some slight differences. Oh, so they're saying this is a different graffiti. Okay, got it. Oh, it's a blackface. So this is like the Hat Man or G-Man. Most likely G-Man just because of in-universe and all that stuff. Sitting on my bed and drinking milk, staying up watching this. No, this is an Anomaly testing it himself. Okay. I think that this is Anomaly's gameplay because it said 2021. Oh, yeah, you're right. So yeah, this one is a fully blacked face. All right, I'm just going to put a small theory out there immediately. Charple, the charred people model, the really like low res one. I think that this is similar to that because when you look at this, model, it's a white face. It's very clearly like it kind of looks like the medic's facial profile, honestly. And I think it's probably just G-Man in the actual game. This one is black though, and I know this is low res on this wall compared to the other one, so it looks a little less neat. But I think it's like the Charple model. For those who don't know, Charple model HL2. Not what I'm fucking looking for. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. I don't know why the fucking images are so low res, but that's what I'm looking at. Could it be G-Man? Well, I think this one is actually the Charple. To better understand, we need to dive into the map file itself. And this is the hammer editor. I know enough. I've seen the first. I think I remember that the model is based off of G-Man model, but some vertices are moved away from the model, creating holes in the mesh. Charple? No, Charple was based off of a dead body. At least that's the story I remember hearing. I have seen the What's Interloper video, but I don't remember very well. This I remember. This is Hammer Editor. This is the base Ravenholm map. I've never looked into the map, so I don't know if there's a fucking Charple right there. Which I think is interesting that it's there. And this is the graffiti brush. And then if they pull it up, there's like pixelation underneath it, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly. Yeah, the graffiti goes higher. And then it's a giant grid pattern. Decals. All right, yeah, there's the actual decal graffiti, and it looks like there's something beneath it. I can't tell what that is, though. Users notice something wrong with the decal. No shit. A copy of the file downloaded to the archive website. Decal graffiti 038b.vtf. The VTF file, got it. Looking in VTF edit. It does look corrupted. I can't tell what it is. We're gonna leave it. I rate this vid 5 stars. Charple Minecraft. Yes, my favorite Half-Life 2 model. Charple Minecraft. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in private mode, so it doesn't give you the best things. Okay, interesting. So a lot of these are only in 2 to 3 letter instances. So this is just an encrypted file. But the null, it reminds me of a null error. And I think that it's just saying that the null has been, like, it's replaced a lot of the data with null, corrupting it, probably purposefully. The Charple is there because there's a corpse in the start of Ravenholm. There's no ragdoll posing in Hammer, so they just placed a Charple in a small explosion to make him move into place. Oh, okay. This is what you find inside. 4JJ console interlope, unknown command interlope, get s.interlope.pull 27015. Are they pulling from a port or a model file? Wait, it's console. They wouldn't be pulling from a port. They'd be pulling from a... Looks like 270515 is the designation of the file. So it's making a pull request in the console, best as it can. These messages are console commands. But are they legitimate? Is it? Hold on, there's closed captioning on. Can I close that? Oh, I didn't know you could make closed captions look like that. That's cool. But are they legitimate? What do they do? The null is just Notepad++ not reading it because it's not actual code. Instead of VTF, the part corrupting is the only actual text. Null is just what looking at an encrypted file just looks like. The message is what's corrupting it, I'm pretty sure. Because I've never looked into a VTF file, so I don't know what it looks like in there. But I have looked into some files, and occasionally they look like that. And here's where it all began. Yep. Here's what happens when you type it in. Interlope. You need the first interlope command or it doesn't work, according to halflife2.net. Okay, so this was tested out by a bunch of people. Alright, and then this is when the generations start taking place, right? Like the... Hold on, wait, I actually want to check that. Okay, we're gonna go frame by frame since that was really fast. Hold on. I thought I saw a Charple in here. Okay, so let's look at this frame by frame. So it's just a blocked off hallway. I thought I saw a figure. No. Okay, no, so there wasn't a figure. I was just mistaken. And also, for those of you who don't know, you can go frame by frame in YouTube if you just press your comma and period keys. You might be wondering what the fuck just happened. For some reason, this command causes the game to generate and play a demo file. If you don't know what a demo is, congratulations, welcome. Please enter with caution. You are not welcome here. Oh, using an Xbox controller. Okay, it's just saying that. Source games let you record a demo file through record test. The game plays inputs in the game world while you play. You can then use play demo to play back your recording. Not playing here, the game is playing itself. That's someone? I saw someone. Am I tweaking? Where? Anamade will point out demos with interesting stuff if I remember correctly. Okay, got it. Really? What console command played? I didn't see one. Hold on, I want to read that console for a minute. Could not find table. Hmm. I don't see any odd commands. To the left, like hands or something? We know that this get command. Alright, wait. I really don't think. I mean, I'll check. I don't see anything though. Yeah, no, I didn't see anything in there. We know that this get command generates a demo because it creates a demo file called data.dem. This is in increments, starting at 2 data. Part has nothing important to nominate, it's just showing off the demo feature. Yeah, I'm definitely tweaking. Okay, so what's the data inside these demos and where does it come from? What's interesting to me is that I think Anomade keeps using an Xbox controller. Or because in the console commands, it keeps going like access Z, access whatever, whatever. But it's saying like Xbox 360 controller recognized as input. I don't know how important that is, but that's something that stuck out to me because that's confusing. Okay. Then we got a spazzed animation. Another one where they just throw down a grenade. It's like hurting my eyes a little bit, but yeah, flash warning. Sorry. Him with a shotgun. You quickly discover that most are just a few seconds long. Hold on. What did that say? They gave a timestamp. Message from server administration connected 25/12/12 or 21/12/12. So this is it the file name or when it was recorded? According to hl2.net, this type shows up 90% of the time. I think it just goes off always when you have a controller plugged in. Maybe. What's really interesting is the other 10%. Hey, I don't see anything out of the ordinary in this. Like, other than them being in a fucking wall. Okay, and then they die and then they go down. Got it. Minutes of aimless gameplay. Yeah, I don't see anything. It's not spazzing. They're trying to interact with something, but they're too far away from the can. Now they're stuck in the garbage can for some fucking reason. Okay, that's weird. Okay, now they're in a 3D skybox. Just them going crazy. Random inputs, my beloved. Yeah. What map was that actually? Oh, this is the highway. I never played Half-Life. I've never finished Half-Life 2. Occasionally we'll even generate a map to go with the demo. That's a test map. I've never seen these NPCs before. That's interesting. And I don't think I've ever seen this either. That looks just like a brick texture on an oval surface with a bunch of vertices. Highway 17. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. I've never seen those enemies before. Yeah, I've never seen these before. Those look like Half-Life 1 enemies. Maybe unused? Could be. I've never seen these before. Let's see if we can... 7 colon. Did anyone timestamp this? Hmm. What are these? I've never seen them before. Because they could be important. They look like... Half-Life 2 unused alien models. Let's go to the cutting room floor. Doesn't have anything like that, but yeah, I don't think they show up in Half-Life 2. Unused models. Um... We're on the cutting room floor. I don't see anything. Categories? Alien? What the fuck? Not what I wanted. Alien. Oh, that's like games. Half-Life 2? That's... fucking Halo is not Half-Life 2. Like early enemy models that just go unused. I mean, Half-Life had a lot of unused enemies. Some are better, like the... Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Are you thinking of the bull squid? I don't think that's a bull squid. That's not a bull squid. I've seen a lot of unused Half-Life enemies. I've never seen those. They could completely be custom. I mean, I don't know, but like... Half-Life... Really not in here? Shell 2 Overdrive pre-release images? So? Not what I wanted. Oh, that's H2 Overdrive. I'm so stupid. By series. H Half-Life series, there we go. I've never used the cutting room floor, so I've never had to navigate this. Proto Half-Life 2 Windows, let's just do that. Unused, we want enemies. Platform differences, oddities. Let's try oddities and... Okay, wait, no, animations is probably helpful. Okay, Okay, these are just version differences now. I don't think we're gonna find the answer to that anytime soon. Real quick, I'm gonna start documenting some things to take note of. Forum 2005 demo feature corrupt BST file demo feature types of demos. I may have to rewatch all of these just to get like my full descriptions in, because these are not how I write my videos, and we're just going kind of flying through. So you know, I think I'm just gonna abandon the idea of scripting it right now and just have this as like familiarity. The maps stick around in a file called data.bsp, even though I can even load and explore them. Oh, maybe they're gonna explain what these creatures are. Something to know. There's a lot of games built on the source engine. Does this work in other games? This was Scream Fortress 2021, I think. So here's what I find interesting. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong thing. Here's what I find interesting. When you type in interlope, it says unknown command. So these games don't understand the command interlope, but something is retrieving it. That I find interesting. And then we have the demo feature for TF2, which you can record TF2 demos. I don't remember what map this is. This is a Halloween map. Two Fort. I don't think that's a demo. I think that's just a real 2-4 gameplay. Bro, why is there only one? Like, am I the only one? You mean like one viewer? Oh. Looks like a flying enemy that would appear in Xenia. It's going to be more clear to you later on why it says it doesn't recognize the command. That's probably true. I'm just doing a lot of speculating now because I'm effectively fresh into the series since I have watched the What video on this. But that was a long time ago and I don't remember very much. Like, visually I recognize this, but I don't remember a lot of the theories and stuff. I don't know this map. I don't play CS. Oh, and now we have one of the VR demos. Am I the only one who gave a like? Yeah, I don't know. So here's what I find interesting. If you look at the arms, you see how they phase through their arms? That's a thing in Half-Life and Gmod too, because you can actually see the physical model. I forgot the name of the model, but they're the arms that actually go in front of you, and they're like Viz models that are attached to the player and kind of like work with the animations. What you'll notice, they drop the arms and they have their own. They have autonomy over their own arms, even though the arm model is gone. I think that's really interesting. So they gotta go. I'll rewatch tomorrow. See ya. They are using the ragdoll arms, not the view model arms. Yeah, that's what I meant. I forgot the names. Wait, you can see the interloper, or what I think is the interloper. That may just be a map property, but that looks like the interloper right there on the wall. Oh, they dropped their gun now too. No, that is a U-Man, Umbrella Man. Spoiler: in the future, we get access to Type 5s, and I have no idea what black magic Anomaly used to make them work. So this isn't a Type 5? I thought these were Type 5s. So what I find interesting is that that little bell sound, um, I know this sounds like fucking ridiculous, but it sounded like, you know those bells that are like in fucking convenience stores or little like um laundry shops? Um they rem there's like those little bells signifying someone entering. That's kind of what that bell sounded like, and I know that's stupid, like fucking a laundry bell shop thing. But there's that old phrase of like every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings, and that thing was in the fucking sky. So, but I mean, we get access to them in the game, in our own local game on your computer. I'm like, oh, okay, okay, okay. And that thing had, it looked like it had the ability to move them like the fizz gun. Every once in a while, you get a really strange demo recording like that. This that was a Type 5. Most famous of which being a really spooky demo with the coast levels of HL2. Clip was known as Spooky Coast, is long lost along with another popular called Misty.wmv. These are old fucking file types. You know, are either of these, or let me know. These screenshots are all I can find. I've got 2 of these Type 5 demos myself. This is the other one. Here's what I find interesting before we continue that. The Viz model arms had his gun on him, but he doesn't have his gun. However, in CSGO, no, was that CSGO or was that CS 1.6? I don't know. Counter-Strike, they had the gun in their Viz model, but they also kept their gun. It doesn't look like the scout threw his weapon down, because clearly they can decouple from the arms, but that the TF2 one crashed, yeah. But I just find it interesting, like the this Counter-Strike guy got like the idea that he could defend himself. The scout doesn't have any weapon. I find that pretty interesting. Fuck, I forgot about that part. Like, actually made me jump. I'm so pissed. Unfortunately, around 6 a.m. This one's called Fortress, I think, and the CSS one is called Sea Strike. Okay. Neither 1.6 or Go is just Counter-Strike Source. Oh, Counter-Strike Source, right. 1.6 is on Gold Source, right? I might be mistaken, but... So you get like, what, 24 hours with it? Or like a week? Demo names. Yeah, no, I understand what you mean. Yep, 1.6 is gold source. Okay. Or was the source shortened to SRC? Yeah, source was shortened to SRC at the time. Like 12 hours, I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay, okay. And then graffiti's gone. Okay. Oh, we still have time. Oh, I think this is just like a thing. Look at it. Right before I was going to upload this, I found the old lost video of the file, infamous Spooky Coast demo from the hl2.net thread, circa 2005. Here it is. Up using fraps. That's so funny. Okay, so we have a opposing model there. We're on the edge near the bridge. Those models are animated. Then one of them grabs out, I'm assuming. Yeah, spooky jump scare, where is it? Mm-hmm. I couldn't tell if that was the low poly version of the models. Here's an interesting thing. So those citizens to me, their posture looked like they were not like praying, but hold on. Was it just credits? Okay, yeah. Like they look like they're pleading, or well, not in that frame, but like the way they're moving looks like they're pleading. Like they're pleading to be saved or pleading to be spared or something. And then we have the monster with its. So yeah, we hear the bell sound again, and then the white eyes. So that's like some power with the hand poser tool. It just reminds me of that. So it just makes me think that this somehow has like the powers of Gmod in the background of the credits. Interesting, it has eyes. These eyes look edited on, but like pushes them. Why are their hands white? Yeah, it looks like their hand. That might just be a visual glitch. Then they fall, and then we see. Well, now here's the interesting thing. Now they're 3D models. They all look like the G-Man with an umbrella. Was there 6 of them? In almost every appearance, we've only really seen one, so why is there 6? And also, that thing looked like it was eating an NPC. Like, it clearly turns around this way with its head facing down, so it, like, turns up this way. You don't know what the heck a Culk is until, like, Interloper C, I think? Wow. That's gonna be a while, then. Alright. Good to know. Interloper D, and then you don't fully understand it until kind of E. Alright. Well, those are going to be a while till now. Alright, I'm debating whether I start my script now, because I write really long, so, and then... Stops working after about 12 hours. Disappears. Spooky Coast. Highway 17. Models look like they are bleeding in their animation. Creature turns at the sound of bells. 6 3D interloper models. First type 5 has view model with gun. Player keeps gun. They drop gun. Bell sound summons interloper moves like his gun. Second type 5 TF2 scout, same story. Doesn't keep gun, figure moves, scout defenseless. What were the 3D models behind? That's something I'm gonna have to check out later. Because, like, the way I write my scripts, there's definitely no way that I'm gonna be able to write my full scripts here, so I'm just giving myself a ton of notes. Kulks made us go insane, and it's not an acronym. Kulks is key in Norwegian. Oh, yeah. Hungarian. Wow, everyone here has memory problems for confusing so much language insanity. Yeah, I believe in the credits it says there's a motion capture involved. Yeah, but that's BTS stuff, not in universe. Interesting thing is we see the view models in CSS and TF2, which means they spawn from player models. No, they have a view model. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They have a view model. But they don't get to keep their weapon either, I don't think. Player also has view model, no gun this time. No defense. Okay. How did I not notice I'm dumb? Don't worry about it. We all make mistakes. Alright, we're gonna go into the next video. I don't think that there's nothing in the tags, right? Because I don't have my plugin on private mode. Everyone has memory problems, that's true. Okay, normal Half-Life 2 gameplay. Is this hallway not normally here or something? Hold on. Oh, this one has the demo downloads? Here's an interesting thing. The file's glitched. We see the full thing as a glitch. And then it glitches to come back. Almost 1 year later. It returns. Interloper 2 was a year after Interloper 1. Like, I thought by this point Interloper was just a one-off thing. I was there since the start somehow. Usually I'm not as lucky. I remember when this started, too. That was a long-ass time ago. Interloper squared mystery. After many months of attempting to access the Interloper commands again, I hadn't been able to investigate further. I think I'm just going to have to rewatch these to actually write my full script. However, since releasing part 1, I've made a few findings myself. For example, I know how much time I have to generate demos. Console commands have something called parameters. One such parameter is -h, which will be helpful. Flipping -h gives me a number. Oh, is the 21015 like how many minutes or how many seconds they have? Hold on, let's do a quick calculator. 19,468 divided by 60. 324, so divide by 60 again. Get roughly 5 hours and 40 minutes, so that's like bad calculator math, so. This hallway is in Half-Life 2 just without graffiti. Yep, wait, no. Okay. Basically around the same time I lost access last year. So I had less than 6 hours to learn as much as possible. So when does it start? 21015 is a port for the IP? Okay, so it is just a port. 210... Well, I still want to do the math on it. 21015 divided by 60. Divide by 60. Yeah, no, that's not right. So yeah, you're right. That's what I was thinking it was a port, because it had a colon in front of it, so that just made me think of like a IP port situation. So it seems like Interlope is somehow the IP of like a domain, and that's the port that we find it on. Yeah, it just reminds me of a web GET request for this being some server that hosts these. It's the default source port. Oh, source has a default port? I didn't know that. First and foremost, I need to make the most out of the time I had. Is this where they make the script that automatically does it and catalogs it? Eh. But simply brute forcing HL2 again didn't seem to bear much fruit. You all had many great suggestions, as well as great questions. I will try to answer what I can. I realized with Interloper D about the question, why are they called Type 5 demos? Answer, because there are 5 general types of demos produced. Type 1. Alright, so this is where we get the explanations. Type 1, 1 to 2 seconds of random twisting. Most common variant, 80% chance. Type 2. Stuck in the Sky demos where a player is trapped out of bounds before dying. Okay, so this is, God damn it, I can't remember the name of the game. Medal of Honor, I think. Hold on, what was that? Common 10 to 12%. Okay. Not particularly interesting. Type 3. This is the aimless gameplay, I'm assuming? Now we're in Gmod. Okay, interesting. Aimless play demos where the player spends a minute doing random actions. Oh, what was that? These look like custom guns. So these have mods. So these demos in Gmod have access. Okay, well, yeah, this map already looks custom made. This isn't vanilla Gmod. Oh, wait, really? These are proper gameplay demos where the player is actually playing through the level. Well, because the thing is that that weapon looked custom, like it was custom to Gmod. Though quite uncommon, they happen to be very common in the game Portal specifically. This gets... Or I guess it is Gmod, this gets retconned, lol. Gmod is accessible, but I think it's only on GM10. Okay. There really isn't consensus on what these are exactly. In my investigation last year, I had no idea how lucky it was to even find 2 of them. The command can generate maps, but I believe it only very simple maps. Okay, yeah. That's why it was a random spread of just trees and cars. The custom weapons is throwing me off, though. These raise the most questions due to the uncanny nature of their contents. So here's the thing, we don't see anything in that corner. We can't look much further into Spooky Coast since it only exists as a video file. But what about the 2 I generated last year? Good news is, I still have all the files. Type 5 demos come in 2 parts. The demo file and the map called data.bsp. However, one thing to note is that replaying these Type 5 demos gives a different result. So here's the interesting thing to me. In the replay, it's already loaded. You like... I hate if you go too many frames back, fucking YouTube just loads. Alright. It looks like there's an error in the sky where it appeared. And for some reason our camera's in a different spot with the UI. Here's the interesting thing to me. So, this is just a reflection that's somehow not caught in TF2. This part to me is the most interesting because you see how the heavy is normal? It's just a normal heavy model. The Scout's not a normal Scout model. Something's wrong with the Scout. I think that it's just a specialized model that they use for rigging. That's why it's like texture displacement. But it's really interesting. I believe the differences can be explained by the fact that they were originally played. They were still connected to the Interloper server. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We still have the Scout model. Well, that is a good point. I still can't take this demo seriously, the 2 opposing heavies. Yeah. But the interesting thing is, the texture on the Scout is gone, but also their proportions are wrong. So I wonder if the Interloper server has these... Because this doesn't even look like a reflection yet. Somehow it is. Because this is a reflection missing. That's not a... if the floor texture was missing, it would not look like that. Just perfect shitpost material? Yeah. These demos can actually be downloaded and played on your machine. Third party have investigated them? Yeah. I've uploaded the file for both my Type 5 demos, provided the generated demo files and map files for each, plus a README for file placement. You can play the demos yourself and see them on your own machine. We can open them in Hammer Editor. But do be aware. Files could be stable, corrupting associated files. And help in figuring out what these are would be greatly appreciated. There's hidden data in the maps that differ from the original data. I would expect so. Not that you guys haven't already tried to help me figure it out. Well, the POV characters aren't different, as you can see in CSS demo, because the terrorist is actually normal. The terrorist is normal, but it's the Scout's like texture being gone that's throwing me off. There's a lot to find when you do open them in Hammer Editor. Yeah, I would expect so. Many have speculated they could be virtual reality recordings. Generally also track head and hands. However, the character's movements seem to indicate full world interaction. Spooky Coast suggests they are fully physical, like NPCs or ragdolls. So it's more likely to be something else. Give me a screenshot as a possible explanation. Let me be an old promotional tech demo of a cut source tool called the DM editor. Couldn't find any evidence of this existing or being shown off anywhere. So we don't really know anything. Whenever I see CSS, I think cascading style sheets, and I hate it. I didn't think about this much about Sopix says. It does make sense to me why CS is fine, but TF2 isn't. Right, because Spooky Coast Pop gets pushed. The CS one being fine makes me think. Okay, I have an idea. The CS one being fine versus the TF2 not, makes me think. I feel like a first-hand expedence is cooler than seeing it explained in a video. So if you are able to suggest I actually look in Hammer before it explains them. Yeah, let's look in Hammer. We can. A little bit of Hammer. I'm gonna turn camera off because I don't know if it like shows my Google Drive. I'm in private mode, so it probably wouldn't, but like, yeah. We're gonna look at. Let's look at the Team Fortress file. Let's download the BFP. Download that. I don't know how to actually access this in my files, so I'm gonna figure this out in a moment. Okay, it doesn't. I'm fine with this then. Wasn't that letting me download? Little bit of Hammer treat for us, yes. There's some important stuff in there for the future, the TF2 one especially. Yeah, I figured as much. I'm gonna see if I can download it. I might have to open it up in my... I'm gonna open it up in my normal window. Copy link address. Not the fucking thing I wanted. Copy clean link. Why the fuck is it a YouTube direct? Okay, if I just... Fucking download. There we go. We're gonna download the TF2 one because my Google Drive is like screaming at me. Download anyway, I don't care. Yes, compressed file, leave it there. You'll have to decompile it too. Pretty sure you might need a BSP compiler. Can I not just open it in Hammer? I think you could just open BSP files in Hammer though, right? Let me open Hammer. Yeah, this guy did a full 6-hour video just watching all these videos, and that just made me go crazy because I'm like, oh my god, he watched all of them, and that was that much. We're gonna go into the Team Fortress 2 one. A little bit of Hammer treat for if the dev commentary for HL2. God fucking damn it! I can't do shit. All right, fucking damn it, Cloat. I hate how many applications I have open. You know, I'm just closing Discord. It keeps like getting in the way. BSP is for in-game. VMF is openable in Hammer. You need to decompile it. Dumb fuck. When you get to the 2-fort map, look inside the red left tower looking from blue. I don't want to decompile the file. I'll try and figure it out. I'm gonna brute force it, and then we'll see what I actually have to do. Fortress Type 5, nominate. Where the fuck's the file not opening? There we go. Oh, there's the readme.txt. Should I read it? Yeah, I'm gonna read it. Install TF2, place the contents of TF into your Steam directory, Steam apps, common TF2, TF, launch game, and enable developer console play type demo for console. I don't really intend to play the demo. I kind of want to just look at the file. Maps, data.bsp, extract. Yeah, I'll just extract it into my downloads folder. Decompiling is pretty quick, just a simple program. You put the BSP in, it takes about 0 to 10 seconds if you have fully working BMF. BSPRC source on GitHub. I have to download a GitHub link. God fucking damn it. Alright, maps. Can I brute force? I can't brute force it. Fuck. Alright, fine. What was it? BSP SRC on GitHub. BSP source GitHub. Oh, this is gonna be so much work. Alright. Running BSP source. Go to the release page, depending on your operating system. Oh my god, they have it in... no, they don't have it in exe. Fuckers. I mean, it's fair. It's tedious to do that. Oh, wait, this is not what I wanted. Running it. Go to the release page, and depending on your operating system, download either BSP source Linux or BSP source Windows.zip. Alternatively, jar only zip works on system that has Java 24 plus installed and properly configured. Extract the contents of the file into a new folder. To launch BSP source / BSP info, run the corresponding file on Windows. Okay. Download the Windows version. By the way, I can't see chat, so you're saying anything. I can't read it. So many fucking files open. This is tedious. All right, BSP Windows. And then I'm going to extract it into one of my drives just so that I can use this for later too. We'll throw it. It's a small tool. I'll just throw it in my my 4 terabyte drive. BSP source decompiler. Select folder. Extract. All right, let me see if I can open chat up. I'm here, what's up? Yeah, the demo doesn't work anyway. We're watching Skeleton torture himself with source spaghetti and arrogance. A mixture of the two is healthy. All right. What did it want me to do? Did it say to open BSP info or which command to run? To launch BSP / BSP info, run the corresponding file. Does it want me to run it through terminal? I don't have it on my main drive. Fuck. How did you do it in Windows? It's dir cd. No. Dir cd. I'm in the wrong file. Dir. I have no idea how to run this. I probably need to have it on my main drive, but I don't really want to do that. Extract the contents of the zip file in a folder. To launch BSP source / BSP info, run the corresponding file. BSP source.bat. Do I have to be in the directory to do it? Can I just... I know it's probably not going to work, but... Not recognized. Fair enough. Alright, how do I get into my D... Oh, wait, no. Right. This is how you get into it. It's an external drive. I'm a dumbass. Sir, no, I need to go farther back, don't I? How do I CD into my F drive? CDF, it's, this? Fuck. How do you change into it? How to change different drives in directory Windows terminal. Because I need to change to a different... Use the cd/d command? I don't think that's what I need, but... Not fucking working. cd/d? Nope. Doesn't show up on stream, does it? Okay, yeah, no. I was worried my terminal window was showing up on stream. Wait, why are you using CMD? I don't know, I'm just used to CMD. Does it... I just have to press the file, don't I? Am I a dumbass? No fucking way, I just have to actually click the file, right? Okay, no, it's not working. That's clearly not what I have to do. Never mind, it is clearly what I have to do. I'm a fucking dumbass. Alright. So my stupid ass was trying to run it through the terminal because I'm like, oh, it's a GitHub thing. They want me to do it this way. They didn't want me to do it that way. Alright, whatever. You just click the file. Thank you. Thank you. A little too late, but thank you. Alright. Drag and drop files in the thing above. Okay, so my map files, it's in here. Is this where it wants me to drop files? Decompile. Save. Yeah, just save in maps, I guess. Alright, it's compiling the file now. I know you can't see it, but there's like a lot. There's like 4 different windows on my screen right now that are all just different files. Trying to get this to work. Oh, finish decompiling. Thank you. We're going to open Hammer Editor and see if we can do this shit. Actually, no. Can I just open it from Hammer Editor? Data.vmf. Open through... If I browse apps on my PC, that's going to take for fucking ever to find it. Oh, wait, no. I can just open it here. File. Open. Now I'm going to have to find the file. Fuck. I didn't think that far. Oh, no. It's in my downloads folder, isn't it? Download Fortress Type 5. That's the fucking wrong file. That's for my Arduino shit. TF maps data.vmf. That's what I wanted. I am in the Team Fortress version, so hopefully this works. All right. It won't let me move Hammer Editor because it's processing it, which is just fucking fantabulous. I'm going to work on Ouroboros while you're at it. Any ideas what the color palette for the tool should be? I don't know what you're talking about. Are you going to switch screen to Hammer? Well, the problem is that Hammer isn't working at the moment. So switching to that screen, you just get a flashbang because it's not working. When I download GitHub stuff, I don't expect it to want me to CMD. I expect it to. I didn't think it was just going to work. I never expect that. I never expect anything to work in the simplest way possible. That's never how it works. All right, I'm gonna switch to Hammer Editor when it's like actually functioning, because currently Hammer Editor is just a loading bar right now that's refusing to load. Okay, here we go. Now we're actually in. So I'm gonna change screens now. Okay, it's not appearing as a capturable window. This is confusing. This work? No. Does it work now? No, it doesn't work now. All right, we're just gonna have to do display capture. Capture this screen, yep, and then make sure it works. Perfect. Okay, that was a lot more work than I wanted it to be. Now let's see if I can remember how to navigate source. What the fuck? I've never navigated through this one. Why the fuck is... Okay. This TF2 area, or is this 2.4? Yeah, this is 2.4. All right, so you wanted me to check where? Why is there so many skyboxes in this map? Surprised how many no draws there are, though. Never seen this many. Sorry, I didn't think it'd be that crazy. That's how they get to you. If you don't expect it to simply work, it simply works. And if you... Okay, was it in blue intelligence or red intelligence? What the scout is. Check red sniper balcony. You know what? I don't know why that helped me. Is this the direction I want to go? Like, the problem is my mouse isn't working. I think there's just so many things on the map. I never expected 2Fort's map file to just look like this. Jeez. So laggy. Red sniper balcony. Alright, yeah, there's a fucking engineer here for some reason. Fucking... FSKR. That's creepy. I know the engineer just kind of looks like that, but like... Weird. Valve devs were on crack making this stuff. So what is this? Is this FSKY? Oh yeah, FSKY, that makes a lot more sense. F-Sky. F-Sky. That's probably the tool. So we want to go to red intelligence, right? Red intelligence will be down here. Nope, this is the red sewer, so we're close. Red intelligence is over here. Okay, cool. Nope. I was off again. Okay, there's a camera here. There's an A-posing heavy. Then we have errors. Holy shit, that's a lot of cube maps. A lot of NV cube maps. Console, point client, command. Assuming that's the heavy over here. The engineer is a spawn point if you go into the spawn point. Well, no. Is it? Because the thing is, there's just a normal Half-Life spawn... Fuck. Okay, it left. But you saw what I meant. There was multiple engineers, but there was also a normal Half-Life spawn point. Would the game not crash? Yeah. Here's the interesting thing I find. There's 4 errors here. How do you check properties of a file again? I totally forgot. I haven't used Hammer in a while. Ah, properties. There we go. Prop name is y8sidu7.mdl. Well, that's fucking helpful. Damage... none of this looks... Okay, collisions use V-physics. I don't know what V-physics is. I don't know how different it is from regular physics. Alright, is this the same file? Or is this the same model? No, these are different models. With fucking shitty naming schemes. View control model. Okay, interesting. That was a dynamic prop. The normal Half-Life spawn point is just for source spaghettiing the engineers or the actual spawn points, as you can see by them being in the spots the mercs spawn in, but Gordon isn't. Well, here's the interesting thing. One of those engineers was in front of the F-Sky in folder 112.121.121. Doesn't exist. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. 112.121. No, that's not a port. That's not a port. Those ports only go to 65,000. 65,000 and a bit, but like... Okay, interesting. What's this middle one? Okay. I hate that my mouse is for some reason just not working when it comes to navigating. So there's 4 models here, 5 models. What are you? Are you just camera? What are you? Point view control. Okay. That FSky engineer is the demo spawn point. As I said, if you go there, the demo starts. FSky, though, will be very important. Good to know. Is there anything like really important to see in the other file as well? The thing that's like confusing me the most is why there's so many cube maps here. Like the amount of cube maps is just baffling to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cube maps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Missing 3. Trying to. Okay. Doesn't make sense in that regard. I'm trying to like make it make sense of why there's so many Cuba maps. Because if you look around here, there's like what, 3 Cuba maps in this entire floor, but in that concentrated area, there's like 16. Anything wrong with this heavy? I don't like his eyes following me, but I know that's just a normal thing. Yeah, this one's just a normal heavy model. Explains why this floor was so dang shiny? Yeah. Yeah, that floor did look like it was polished with 5 layers of oil. That's the confusing part. Why was there so many Cuba maps? And none of them work. I'm gonna see if there's anything in the blue tower. Interesting. Load the map into TF2 itself? I mean, does it give a different result than what we saw in the footage? I really don't want to mess with my TF2 files. That feels like it'd be a pain in the ass. FSky, interesting. Well, here's the more interesting part. It's in a trigger. All right, that's interesting. Can I just run the file normally? Like if I just save run map. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can just run map and see if it allows me to. Well, I'd like to tell you more, but I think I'd agree with others that I would just be giving spoilers if I said too much. Messing with source files is not a pain in the ass, it's literally drag and drop. True. 4 displacements in terrain physics. Okay, so there is a terrain issue in here. 99% sure it crashes. Yeah, that's the source pain. Is that it'll probably crash. It has a very high chance of doing so. That's the pain in the ass part. You gonna run? Here's the thing, I don't actually think it boots up TF2. I think I have to have it open separately when I do run map. Okay, everything's frozen. Wonderful. This is the painful part. About source. Let's keep watching the videos. By the way, there's optional fan videos which explain stuff Anamine gave us to work with. For example, in the future, 5 whole folders of demos. If you need me to, I could possibly load some of these files myself and screen share them. Nah, it should be fine. It's just the loading that takes forever, and it's a pain in the ass. This is going to be a pain in the ass to watch. A 2-hour and 3-minute demo, uncut. Many of your suggestions more game. That's what I mainly focused on here. That was interesting. I'm just gonna wait for Gmod to, or Hammer to do its shit. In Polish, I use Celsius until we use Celsius until I saw the F. I was confused for a second. I could never understand the Polish language. It is too many. My English teacher is Polish, and sometimes she'll just randomly yell at students in Polish, and it's a language I can't understand. Considering it, well, I mean, like obviously I can't understand a lot of languages, but it's just sounds ridiculous. Dota 2 doesn't work. Source 2 seems to be out of the question. But loading a Dota 2 build on the old 2015 Source engine. The temperature, I mean, by the way. Oh, okay. Actually works. Interesting. I've never used Dota 2. I've never played that game. The mouse movement is mine. I can navigate the camera in these demos. Well, aren't all languages that you can't speak languages you can't understand? Yes, but it just, like, her Polish is incredibly aggressive and very fast, so it just sounds like gibberish to me. Like, other languages, when I hear them, I can vaguely understand what's happening. Polish is a language I couldn't even guess what they're saying. At least Retail Gary's mod. Basically, it actually does work because it actually does work in Gmod 9. The one also warrants further investigation. Dota seems like so much of a not source game, yet it works and Gmod 13 doesn't. Who knows? No, wait. That makes more sense. Wasn't Gmod 13 the one that got like more source integrate or more Steam integration and a lot of changes with it? Wasn't that the one that got like a ton of changes? Gmod 13, wasn't it? That would make a lot of sense then, because Gmod 9 was like the last one with the toy box. I think I said 10, but same thing. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Gmod 9 and 10, not much different. What changed between Gmod 9 and 10? Fucking. What changed? Come on. Fucking. Okay, everything's freezing. Because fucking Hammer. I don't want to shut Hammer down. I'm gonna have to, though. I'm gonna have to task manager it. Like, it's actually freezing up my computer. Oh, it's crashed. Wonderful. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't want me to load up the demo, though. Difference between Gmod 9 and 10. Let's see if it even typed that in. Okay, my fucking browser's frozen, too. Let's see if doing this will help. Oh, good, you have SFM. Hold on to that. God damn it. I'm gonna have to deal with SFM too. Gmod 9 was the last free version of the game before it moved to Steam as a commercial product in 2008. Gmod 10 introduced major updates to change games, tools, mods, graphics, and maps, making it a standalone game rather than just a mod. Interesting. The transition from Gmod 9 to Gmod 10 included improvements in posing and manipulating objects, which were sometimes harder in Gmod 9 due to differences in physics properties. Gmod 10 also introduced Lewis scripting, more versatile tools. Okay, cool. Interesting. Good to know. So, do you need me to try and load those files? Nah, I can load them. It's just a pain in the ass. I don't expect that it's going to get any easier, but that's... What the fuck? There's a lot more files than there was before. I don't understand. All right. This time we're going to try and export the file instead of just trying to run it, because running it clearly doesn't work. The best thing about it is that you're having pain not because of Anomaly, but because of Valve. Yeah. This is just Hammer Editor. I'm used to it. EF2. I'm tempted to just go down and get some food for this too, because I'm hungry. I haven't had lunch yet. All right, we're going to reopen that file, and then we're going to try exporting it to TF2. Because if we can either play the Type 5 demo, or we can, what's it called? Play the map, then that'll be a significant jump in evidence. But, like, this is why I didn't want to... This is why I wanted to wait a long time before I started investigating Interloper, because I knew how deep it was. Why not go get some snacks? I really want to get some snacks. You didn't close Hammer properly last time? Oh, I wonder why. Because it fucking crashed, and it fucking crashed again. God damn it. I'm getting, like, really hot because of how angry I'm getting. I need to turn my fan up. You know, today was going to be a peaceful day. I thought I was just going to be watching some videos and then writing my script for my next really big ARG project. Not having to turn up my fan because my head's getting hot. Fucking fan not working. Whatever. Alright. Alright. We're going to try exporting the file this time. Let's just do export again. Oh, wait, I need to actually put it into my... Where do maps go for TF2's folder? By the way, I'm not on the team that thinks the next episode of Interloper will be the last one. What about you lot asking while he struggles? I feel like Interloper has a little while left to go. But I don't know. Alright, how do I load the file in? Fuckers. Oh, wait, no, it did tell me before. Really quickly, I'm gonna go back to this capture instead of this. So that, like, my files are not just everywhere. Alright, cool. So I need to go into Steam apps, don't I? Oh, wait, I can just open that through Steam so I make sure I'm in the right one. Personally, I hope it's the end for a good pause, as there's still so much I think we could be done with Interloper, but if it is, I'll be sad to see it go. Alright, opening Steam. Entropy 01 VR in the works? Damn, that's cool. Team Fortress 2. I want to go to browse local files. What file did it want me to go into again? It was... They had a README. I didn't download the README, did I? Okay, the README said... Place the contents of TF into your Steam directory, Steam apps, common, Team Fortress 2 TF folder. Okay. So, Steam directory, Steam apps, common, Team Fortress 2, TF. Does it just want me to put the TF folder in here? like it does. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the folder in here. Godspeed if it works. If it doesn't, fuck, I don't know. Can't be completed because the file or file is open in another program. So close hammer editor is what I'm hearing. Try again. Okay, it's still fucking open. Try again. Try again. What the fuck you mean it's open somewhere? I am closing everything. What do you mean it's open? So okay, finally it's done. Okay, and then the README said to do what next? Type play demo fortress into console. Got it. Best source AOG, yeah. By the way, do you have Day of Defeat? No, I don't have Day of Defeat. Yeah, no, I don't have Day of Defeat. I meant to buy it, but I just never did. None of my friends have it, so I never really saw the reason to get it. Making a Day of Defeat retrospective video would be interesting, though, because I don't know a lot about it, but I would love to learn it, since it's literally just World War II, the game. Part of me has a vain hope that he will make a continuation, as there is still a bunch I'd like to see from the mystery, like who was the corrupted figure down in the void? Oh, spoilers. Don't worry, I don't care. I don't care about spoilers. It just tells me what I'll learn later on. I've never cared much about spoilers. I just won't know what you're talking about. All right, console. What did it want me to run? Play demo fortress. Fuck. Play demo fortress. Okay, that didn't work. I must have done it wrong, which is unsurprising. Alright, manage. Browse local files. I got all Valve's Gold Source and Source games for 5ZT because of the Polish currency. A 95% sale on the bundle. Yeah, I just haven't done it. If you put the TF folder in the TF folder instead of the contents, it. Shut up. Maybe. It shouldn't be that hard to fix, though. If I just... Copy. Delete. Does Control X not work? And then... Paste. Alright. Downloads. Wait, no, I didn't want to do that. New tab. Downloads. Type 5 Anomine. What do you mean the file's empty? You know, some stuff seems so simple for me, and I think everyone would be able to do it. And then I look at people like you and get reminded that I'm simply addicted to PC. Like, I know how to do it. I'm just dumb, okay? I'm capable of doing so. I'm just really stupid. All right. There we go. Files should be installed correctly now. And we're gonna play TF2. Pray that it works. If it doesn't, my head's going through that screen in front of me. That's interesting. All right. If it works, I'll game capture. We're going to change to Team Fortress 2. Pray this works. And then what was it? Play Demo Fortress? Yeah, okay, I can do that. I do, in fact, have console commands on TF2. I'm not that stupid. It just refuses to work sometimes. My brain. Oh, funny thing with the page you have open, Xbox HL2 will be important in the future. God damn it. Is that why he keeps using an Xbox 360 controller? Alright. I don't know why this happens. This just happens sometimes. Don't ask me. I don't know. OBS is fucky with TF2. It just doesn't like it. Play demo Fortress. I don't know why my TF2 looks like this. It just does sometimes. It really doesn't like being recorded by OBS. Try loading the map background 01. It's scuffed. I think I know which map you're talking about. Nah, the Xbox controller notif is there just because, yes. Okay. I'm gonna mention that in my video. I'm gonna make like an entire side story conspiracy about the Xbox 360 controller being the key to solving everything. Hold on, I gotta write that down to remember to make that stupid conspiracy. I've stopped writing notes in my script. I just realized that I'll just have to rewatch all of this later through my stream. Side story, make a conspiracy about the Xbox controller. I wrote S-Box, not Xbox. Oh. In Fortress map hammer F sky seems important. That's a lot of fucking errors. I think we have a problem. Wait, what? Oh, wait, no, okay. Stream was on a different part. Okay, I don't understand why the fuck nothing's working. Hold on, we're gonna unrecord. We're gonna go back to... Oh, it's wonderful. Nothing's working. This is fabulous. By the way, it didn't load. The demo just doesn't work. We just have to go to the map. All right, so I have to download the map then. How do you put in custom files in TF2? I've never done that before. Why the fuck did Twitch just open randomly? That's stupid. All right. Now I'm gonna have to figure out this shit. All right, let's go into Steam, manage. I'm sure that there's a file called maps that I can just shove that file into. I have so many windows open. Where the fuck's my file? All right. Close that. Close that. No, that's not what I want. Also not what I want. Yeah, too many windows open. File is empty. So I have to download the map then. You wanted to open the demo without the map. No, I had the map in there. I put the files in there. Okay. Why won't it just go back to looking at the thing? Why is it being a bitch now? Why are you doing this? I'm getting pissed. Alright, TF2, I'm sure it's in, like, bin. No, not in bin. HL2, not in HL2. Is it in platform? Does not look like it's in platform. Probably in TF. I would assume it's in the file called maps. It is in fact in the file called maps. And then I gotta find my BSP file that has the shit. My Anomine files are empty now for some reason. Because the fuck? I'm going crazy. Alright. Going into my Seagate. Why the fuck is it not showing a thing? Well, if you have the map there, it should already be loaded. Well, it's not. Give me a moment. I am very agitated at the moment. I am not happy with what's not working, and I am pissed at why it's not. Finally! This popping up was so difficult for some reason for OBS. Okay, TF, maps, data.bsp, extract. Fucking go, I don't care. Cool. Now you're working. Now I gotta find that one fucking file. BSP decompiler, gotta re-decompile the map because the fucking file deleted itself. Whoop-dee-dee! I'm gonna go grab a snack in a few minutes. I'm getting genuinely heated. Alright, files. We're gonna close this. We're gonna open this. Theoretically. Yep, that's in there. Decompile. Save. Should save in this file. Sick. We don't need the BSP file. We could just chuck in the. We need the VMF file, right? For Team Fortress. Okay, I need the BSP file. So we're just gonna throw the BSP in it. Maps. Sure. Replace the file. Pray it doesn't break my CS2 or my TF2. It does. Fuck. Alright. VMF is for Hamid or BSP is for the compiled map for source. Alright, thank you. That was a waste of my time. Alright, we have TF2 opening. I don't know why. OBS just fucks it up for some reason, so I'm just going to look at it myself. And if it pops up, I'll redo it, the command, and I'll stream it. I don't know why it's being a bitch. When is the flash nuke? Flash nuke sounds very funny. Alright, aspect ratio is fucky again, so it's play demo for press. The play demo command doesn't work. Demo for TF2 doesn't work, but you can load in the map with the map command. Oh, well, thank you on that. How do you load in the map? I've never done a custom map before, so I don't know the command. Is it just map and then data.bsp or whatever the fuck? I'm just gonna close TF2. Just reopen it. Alright. I'm stopping the thing through Steam. Map name. Oh, that's it? Okay. I've never loaded into a map that wasn't just the server browser, so never learned the command for it. Alright, we're gonna reload into this. Alright. It's gonna load. I'm pretty sure it's also automatically appears in the create server menu. Oh yeah, when you make... I'll just use the console. That'll probably be simpler than sifting through thousands of maps. What is it, data.psp? Do I need to include the data.psp file? I don't think I do. I'm just going to do map data. All right, maybe I will just do the server browser because I'm not finding it. So create server. Should just be under data, right? Just, yeah, I know, I'm aware. Data, there it is. Okay. I don't know why it wasn't working for... The console should autofill. It wasn't autofilling it for some reason. I just did the create server menu. I don't know why it wasn't working. It just said like not found, but then I look in the create server menu and it's there. I don't know. It just was. Don't ask me what works and what doesn't. I don't know why. Why is it not recording now? This is bullshit. Okay, then why don't you... There we go. I don't know why the console didn't autofill it. I have 39 hours on heavy? Wow. I didn't know that. 15 minutes and I'll have 40. Alright. Just go random. I don't think it really matters. No, I meant to pick Scout, but... This is fucking creepy. Why did you make me do this? We're going to play Pyro. Yeah. That might be a good idea. Matt. It's Matt Fulbright? Matt Fulbright. Why the fuck did it not work? SV cheats 1. Matt Fulbright. Damn it. Matt Fulbright 1. There we go. And then there's bleeding in the skybox, which is not fun. That's interesting. It's not here. You put in SV cheat instead of SV cheats? Fuck. That's interesting. That's down. I don't. Is that always down, or is there like a normal texture in there? Like, oh yeah, no, I think it's missing some of the texturing. Oh, it was on the red side? Oh, I'm just dumb then. I thought it was on the blue side for some reason. Okay, there's a trigger here, so... Alright. And then it crashes my game, I'm assuming? Oh yeah, what the fuck's what? Those weird mangled fingers. Trying to fucking pause it mid-demo. Interesting. Everything's just lost its textures. That's interesting. So here's the weird thing: is it just went really crazy for a moment. Interesting. So the last part with the textures on the left is going to be important in the future. Okay, TF2's crashed now officially. So everyone ready to keep watching the same episode? We're 2 videos in, by the way. I want to stress that. 2 videos in. Oh, my recorder caught it, so I can just watch it back. I have an auto recorder that automatically gets gameplay footage. It's alt tabbed because the game's fucking frozen. Damn it. Well, I get some of the footage. So I can see like glimpses of it. I'll be able to pause it then. A lot of stuff important for the future. Alright, where were we? Interloper 2? Out of... Fuck. What are the TF2 anomalies? That's cool. Most of it's hindsight. We can also see the exact build of which source it's using. Interesting. You can clip the footage from the stream? I mean, yeah, that's true. We're not particularly worried about lack of footage. I'm actually worried about, like, excessive footage. Dun, 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 dun. Holy crap, someone other than me. Is there normally a radio in this one? It was during my portal testing. Well, we almost generated it. Almost. I don't really know how to explain what happened. I'll just show you what happened. I can't wait to do those voiceovers for the actual video. Whoa!
dispatched to revive you with peptic salve and adrenaline.
You think this one's gonna be able to solve it? Yeah, me neither. Oh look, we got one. Look.
Transmission received. Yeah, you're right. That is an achievement.
Oh, what? Oh. Do you see that? I just did that.
What's that on the right there? That's not Shell's model.
Speaking of control, look, I can crouch. Okay, WASD doesn't move. Hey, it's our guy. Hey, guy. And that looks weird.
Oh, I was right. That's a civilian model. That's weird. We're speaking to someone we don't know.
Is there
Probably a
anything we
friend.
don't know? Yeah, I know, right? I I don't think the chamber looks like this. It looks weird. Oh, is that the player?
Oh, heard it.
Interesting. Oh, interesting. Oh,
There he is. He's still here. So
what's the name?
the bell still summoned him.
It's like show trigger toggle.
There he is.
What? What?
Look at how his cursor's glitching. He's trying to take control. Oh, that does look like a G-Man model. Completely custom though. Hello, I'm back. Hey, welcome. You came at the perfect time. All right.
Night. Yeah, my portal install is kind of fricked.
Interesting. Node graph out of date rebuilding. No, I think that was his cursor glitching because you could see it was I want to go back to it.
Install.
Look how it's glitching. Like, see? That's unnatural. He's moving. He is moving, but his cursor is like glitching back and forth. I have a cold and feel like crap, and it took a while to set up the TV in my room. Ah, sorry about your cold. But yeah, no, it's clearly glitching. I think the thing was trying to take control over him to stop him from moving. Because look, now it's not glitching when he's moving. He's trying to interact, he can't.
So yeah.
Portal RTX didn't exist yet, yeah. In our pursuit of answers, we only found more questions. So here's the thing. I think that Type 5 demo did load. I don't think it failed to load. I think it did load, but the thing was, that civilian, that's the part that confuses me so much. Why did the civilian replace Shell? And why was Shell relegated to a different room? Well, actually, no. I know why Shell was relegated to a different room. Because we've seen a lot when, like, the player will get moved in these Type 5 demos. They get moved, and then they get, like, stuck somewhere in a continuous animation. I think that's what part of the Type 5 demo was. You'll see why I bring up Portal RTX in the next video. Yeah, doesn't he try and use it at some point? I think he tries. I don't remember. But you heard the bell ring. The bell rung, and then the interloper appeared, or whatever the fuck it's called. This one was in a 3D model again. And it's interesting that it targeted the camera, not the player model. Also, Type 5 loaded but anomaly, as it said in the chat, got disconnected from the server as the demo sorted. Well, here's the thing. He got disconnected from the demo, but the interloper still appeared. So the thing is, what I think it is, the servers, whatever server he connects to on port 27015, or whatever he's using to connect through that port, is what has all those demo files, and it's transferring them over. The interloper must not be part of the server then. Because he didn't get the file downloaded, right? Assuming he didn't. Because... It's difficult to tell. I'm trying to make an explanation, but then it gets, like, retconned by something else that's happening at the same time. That's sick as fuck, though. Alright, I am going to take a break. I'm going to get food. I'll be back in a bit. The IP you're thinking of is the name of the server. Yeah, right. Domain port. That's what I meant. Anyway, I'm going to go get some food. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I have chips. And more patience. All right. What's next? Interloper 3? Nice. But yeah, I just read your comment. I think that idea that it is stuck in his computer now, or like it's in his local machine now, is a really good idea. I think that's pretty creepy. I don't know what you mean by the other thing, but I'm assuming we'll see soon. All right. Next one. Attention, this video contains flashing lights. Be advised we have photosensitivity. Photosensitive viewers, I don't know why you're still here. If you are. Of course, they use the ominous trumpet sound from Half-Life 2. The Ghosts of City 17. Fucking resolution is this? Type 5. There he is. Loaded November 2011. Would it be possible killing the U-Man by wiping his PC? Hmm. Interesting idea. We've made progress so far. Gained a lot of attention. However, the mystery has since expanded. So it's not just November anymore. I think the U-Man is the chaser. Oh, I'm sure we'll find that soon. Hmm. Part of me wants to think there's a hierarchy where the U-Man is a second place in the chaser, and the things later on are subservient to the U-Man. Explain what Moosh will see later with another re-upload. Well, actually, there are two Umbrella Men. Interesting. I wonder what those arrows are. Doing that kind of text is surprisingly hard. Yeah. Not going to say more on what I think. Too busy eating sandwiches. Fair enough. Animated model entity. Good to know. An animation called capture. So the goal is to capture them? I have an idea, but I'm not going to say it. I want to wait till there's more evidence. Yeah, it's super dark. Skybox are broken. Interesting. I didn't even see that. I didn't notice that some of those models were the heavies. So the two heavies attack the scout and mangle him. Here's the interesting part. His floor is broken. I don't think ours was. Purpose of the century, I especially found interesting. Hmm. Are the fan videos helpful for understanding things? Well, at least not right off the bat. Of course. Can't be that simple. Ida Machinima video archive. Looks like an old crude advertisement for a source game server host. Seems weird and irrelevant from the aside from the source engine, right? Here's what really caught my attention. Another interloper investigation? Indeed, it is a previous interloper investigation. Looking at the title and description, it appears to be a re-upload of a video from 2011. And November 2, so that checks out. The investigation is credited to a machinimator called Ida. Based on the archive bio, it looks like they made 8 videos investigating Interloper. However, the channel was deleted in 2014 following some kind of turmoil. Post-breakdown. Jeez. This was not an investigation I had ever heard of in all my research, so finding this was a shock. Unfortunately, though, only episode 3 appears to be archived here. Fitting coincidence, eh? Coincidence, yeah. I'll link the video below if you want to view it for yourself, so watch it and come back for my analysis. This is going to be my breakdown of the 2011 Interloper investigation. Let's watch their breakdown, and then we'll watch the full thing ourselves. By the way, for the people who know about the can, I watched the whole hour while it was premiering. Anami is making us insane on purpose. No way, it's the Interloper video. Hey, yeah. Yeah, this stream was advertised in my Discord, so if you're there, then you would get notifications about when these types of streams would happen. I always give my slightly early stream schedule there. So join the server if you want early announcements and parts of investigations, because I think we have an Interloper investigation channel. Or at least I thought we did. Which helps reaffirm that Ida... Wait, I didn't read what that was. Appears to be the same thing. I like to imagine that the can video was part of lore for Interloper and part of experiment to see how much random shit people would watch. A lot. No, it's an Universe archive with the accident or not. And then a Type 5. This more or less confirms that Ida was investigating Interloper. The footage appears to be cut from the previous episode of his investigation, adding to the known recorded Type 5s. Long Trap spoiler? And of course a glimpse at the Interloper. Looks pretty similar to the Umbrella Man we saw in part 2. That's interesting, his model's different. Here's the thing. I don't think they're the interlopers. I think we're the interloper. Because, like, the definition of interloper is someone who intrudes on something, someone who goes where they're not supposed to. I think interlope as a command is not connecting to an interloper server. I think we're interloping into their matters. I did join about a month ago for a bit, but it wasn't really my thing. Fair enough. From what I know, Ida is more like a AIDA? Ida? Oh. Or I may be down. Do note that Umbrella Man is different to others, and I still wonder why. Alright. Something you'll notice about Ida's investigation is that he approached from a paranormal standpoint, interacting with the demos as if they were spirits or ghosts. Obviously, this probably comes from a misunderstanding of how engines and demos work. We're not going to focus on this point. We want to extrapolate more info on how this process functions.
If you don't understand what's going on here, watch episode 1 and 2 on my channel page.
Which, as of this time, is gone from the internet.
Before we hunt ghosts, I need to give a warning.
Don't try this yourself. This is very dangerous. Use at your own risk. Interesting. He thinks it's dangerous. For full disclosure, no interloper ghosts or external effects have appeared to my games. I'm actually not entirely sure what screenshots are pointing out. Oh, there's one there though. Now you've been
Hey
warned.
guys, welcome to episode 3. On today's third episode, we're gonna focus on trying to communicate with the City 17 ghosts. We learned a lot about talking to the spirits last episode, so we're...
What interests me about this is that Ida has somehow learned how to make map-specific demos. He's also just making a Ouija board with a map.
gonna be putting them to the test.
He does map has some entity here, plus a ragdoll in addition to a player start. That looks like a trash pile. Like, no offense, I mean that model next to the ragdoll looks like a trash pile entity. See where the player needs to spawn. I can't exactly tell what the mystery entity is. According to L, it's not related to the Ouija board logic he built here. It just looks like a... I may be wrong. Then we have what appears to be a Combine Soldier ragdoll, possibly. Aside from that, there's not really a lot we can see.
What you're looking at here is the...
Oh, never mind. It's definitely not a trash pile.
It's a ragdoll, a question, and an alphabet.
Why do you make the floor so shiny? Why do you activate Cuba maps?
So they can try and communicate with us. If you're familiar with the Ouija board, it's like that. If it works on real ghosts, it works on virtual ones too, right?
Night 1, what is your name? It's never revealed how Ada made maps for Interlope, but I'm guessing he just threw every map away except for his own. Maybe. Somehow Ida managed to get a Type 3 demo up and loaded with his map. We'll skip ahead to the outcome of this test.
Yeah, so you can see he didn't really answer the question.
It looks like he did
He should hopefully be able to just walk into the hallway with the answer to my question.
Can you feel pain?
Send this in tonight and see what they say tomorrow.
That's interesting.
If you're wondering why night 3, it's because my computer crashed on night 2 while I was asleep.
So interestingly, he can do it for longer than 6 hours. How'd he say? He said Oja, like Oja. It's Ouija. At least I've always heard Ouija. I may be wrong. Who knows? So here's the interesting thing. He walked into the yes terminal, but it didn't seem to understand because it walked right back into the no one. Why does audio dip? Are you human? Why am I calling these Type 3 and not Type 4? Because these demos clearly don't show any gameplay relevant to the map itself. This one clearly just walks forward, hits the wall a few times, and then ends.
Asking these questions takes a lot of time, mainly because I need to sift through the trash to find the meaningful demos.
Statement may clear up some info about how this is working. So he's spamming a bunch of demos. Strategy we should attempt next time we can. Are you trapped? Now this last demo is incredibly interesting. We'll watch the full video after this, don't worry. Because there's parts of it I want to actually see the full video. What in the fuck is that? This demo is incredibly odd. It has the hallmarks of a Type 5, yet from a third-person camera perspective. Not to mention the ragdoll is now being manipulated on the left-hand side by something. I think that's the right side, but whatever. Things get more interesting, though, as the camera leaves the map. Because Interloper can change the map.
I have never seen a demo like that.
Trying so hard not to spoil anything in theories I make, but it's so hard.
No weapons, no HUD. Everything looks
When I already know the whole series is just chat. I'll just chat to clarify things. Yeah, that's fine.
This thing was 2 hours long.
I'd
Mostly
call.
just pure darkness. However,
Sure.
what I'm about to show you is what happened at the end of the 2-hour demo.
Here's the interesting thing. I don't even think a hammer map goes that far. What was that map? I know, right? I want to talk about why Ida can move, have more demos, but I can't. Also, with how slow the camera is going, I imagine the map is a reality. Normal speed, like 5 minutes away. I don't really know what to think about all this. The implication of Type 5 demos having insanely large map raises weird questions. That's exactly what I was thinking. Loaded up the data for Sea Strike and Fortress and flew a single direction for 4 hours each. Though I didn't find anything of note, just darkness, this remains an open question. Half-Life 2 deathmatch map, it's all connected. I thought I recognized that before, so that is a deathmatch map. Certainly more to this, we just don't know. Yeah. Portal! Back to Portal. Where's my mouse? There it is. Like that's why this investigation is just going to take forever because these videos are so long and there's like there's important stuff throughout the entire thing. Node graph out of date rebuilding. It says remained another dead end. Do they have the ability to open console in that one? Originally I was going to end the investigation here until next November. But back on December 8th, 2021, I figured something out. Portal RTX out yet? Now it is. Yeah, it is. Portal RTX is also broken. Doesn't crash. Looks like there's more to uncover. If you have any leads or ideas, let me know. Anything I can try with this limited functionality. There's clearly something at the end of this tunnel. So let's see what we can find. Dick. These videos are just edited so well as well. I want to watch the re-upload. We're going to skip through some parts of it. There's just some sections I want to see.
Into the Interloper ghosts of Half-Life 2. If you don't understand what
Okay. There is clearly something there. What it is, I'm not sure. This image is really low quality. I think he's either pointing to the window or behind that bush. Something that we wouldn't even notice. And then there's clearly something on that roof. What I find really interesting here as well is that it's in his multiplayer matches. So this isn't just a his machine thing. This is a on the server thing. Okay. Even warned.
Today's third episode, we're gonna focus on trying to communicate with the City 17 ghosts. We learned a lot about talking to the spirits last episode, so we're gonna be putting them to the test.
We learned a lot about talking to the spirits last episode, so they've responded before.
Very literally.
Next to the tree? Alright, I thought so.
What we're looking at here is the scene we'll be uploading to the server. Just a ragdoll, a question, and an alphabet.
So that's what he's saying. The scene we're uploading to the server. Interesting. So he's saying,
so they can try and communicate with us. If you're familiar with the Oja board, right?
Oja.
I'll let this run overnight and see what we get.
Never seen that symbol before.
Right?
Here's the thing, though. What that looks like a diagram for port connecting. I could completely be wrong, but...
Run overnight and see what we get.
Yeah. Here's what I think. I don't think this is mindless gameplay. I think it is saying its name. Because the thing is, every time we've seen those files, their names are a mixture of letters and numbers that are just in a random order. I think they are saying their name. I think we just don't understand because it's not conventional. I think this is absolutely what their name is. And pointing in that direction or something? I don't know.
So what I'm trying here is more simple. Just a yes or no. Let's send this into now.
This one feels more random. But here's the interesting thing. It also feels like they're not playing for this server. It feels like the player has replaced this server with something else that they're more used to. And they see something else. Dude's name... Well, the thing is, when we've looked into the file names, all their names are like WKUXQ, so like all that. And the shots could be numbers. So 1 stop and like 8, I think. That's possible. I'm not quite sure about that part, but I think it's very possible that could be a part of it. This one does feel more random though. This feels like they're playing in a map that's not here. I don't know.
Can't lie, guys. I shuddered when I saw that. If you're wondering why night 3, it's because my computer crashed on night 2. Though I don't even know if I can trust an answer here.
I don't think they're human. Alright, he tried again. I forgot about that. I really don't think those were actual.
Though, to be fair, I still don't know if this is just one ghost, many ghosts, or even demons. So I'm gonna ask just one more question.
Well, I think that's a clear fucking answer. He looks pretty trapped to me. But like honestly, looking at this from a more practical perspective, them going through no and then their camera going all the way out here tells me they're not trapped. Well, they're trapped, but they're not trapped in the conventional sense. I think the same thing, they're not human. I don't think they're human either. But I also don't think they're trapped. Not in the conventional idea of being trapped. They're not trapped to a map. They're trapped to this universe, I guess. Because they've clearly shown they can go to other maps that are completely unrelated. By the way, this series will have 2 viewpoints, Anami and Ada, technical and ghosts. Yeah, I think that's an interesting way to look at this. And then we've already seen this part.
Stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.
Interesting. This is genuinely just a fucking 2-hour long demo. Yeah, I think that is a Half-Life Deathmatch map. Looks like Has Flick from the HL2 beta. Bomb ass ambience. Holy shit, this is long. Yeah. I really don't think there's anything hidden in that. If there was, people would be complaining about it. Why does the Void have a soundscape? Interesting. He's right. The map does have a soundscape. It has a low humming noise. That's right. That's weird. And then this is the re-upload. I'm gonna mute just in case it has copyrighted music. Purchase servers today. FSky server hosting OG technology for dig. And then the website name is blocked out. Interesting. No, wait. No. I want to know what this was. I don't want. Wait, what was the description? Inspired Y2K feel good dance videos from the US, Japan, and EU. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of first. None will be freaking everything spoiler. In the future, you will see Ida hitting a can for an hour, not a loop or anything, because the can moves around, and Ame is just freaking insane. F-Sky just like the Red Tower, like the trigger for the demo. F-Sky thing was Norwegian. I'm done, goodbye. Had enough of this shit. Okay, it's driving him insane. I'm deleting everything. Hope you're all happy, now leave me alone. Lastly, I deleted the Mona. Proof? Oh. Oh. That's dark. That was fucking. That was dark as shit. A few hours from now, I delete everything on this channel. Interloper 4 is a 40-minute video. The live investigation, is that the one of them hitting a can for an hour? So here's the thing. Now you guys probably know more about this than I do, but that Mona thing reminds me of Mona Lisa, like a muse. So Mona was stuck in that dark room and was clearly moving and somewhat alive, the one with the white eyes. So clearly the F-Sky project is what that white eyes creature was. And then an error was sent to capture and delete it. I think the interlopers are deleting every time they see the Type 5, because it's the F-Sky. I think it's just the delete button being pressed. Kind of. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. Made a discovery and decided to showcase it live. Here's what happened. I remember seeing the live one. I remember seeing this be a big thing. If you want the full stream VOD, link in the description. I kind of like this being before the VOD, though, because... we can kind of just check it after. I like it this style a little bit more.
Hey everyone, and welcome to my
Love Anonymous timer. It actually looks amazing.
Interloper. Let me just show you all what I found. Here, let me. If you're new here, hello. So, I'm Anomi, and lately I have been investigating this really weird source engine rabbit hole called Interloper. That's what this stream is about. And like I said, 15 minutes ago, I made a really, really interesting discovery that I want to investigate live with you guys. Mainly because I don't want to accidentally miss something. You know, I want to have it all just recorded and on record so that I can go back and look at exactly everything that I did. So, right, 15 minutes ago. Let's just step back in time for a moment. So, I had Portal RTX open. Here's Portal RTX. I'm gonna put this in the corner.
Okay, so basically the reason Ida can make more demos is because the F-Sky servers were active. Those are the server responsible for the demos. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected.
I don't know what anyone else is calling it. And yeah, still couldn't find anything out about this, by the way.
Man, if only you did this on Tuesday.
Suggestions and inquiries. I tried basically everything.
Why on Tuesday?
I tried looking for a map file because some of you thought that there would be like a map inside the files somewhere, but there's not. There's no map in here. So
what happened Tuesday?
Still a dead end.
Or I guess it would have just been more convenient to watch Tuesday.
I was trying to do something with the say text chat box because you know I can't open the console here at all.
Okay.
Launch configs, but none of them seem to really work. Like I can't turn on no clip or anything. I'm just kind of stuck.
So his launch configs don't work either? Interesting. There's an episode that has stuff to do with Tuesday. Oh, okay.
So whatever. You guys already knew all of that.
Didn't get it now, but you will eventually.
So
all right.
I decided, okay, let me take a break.
Yeah. Hey, welcome, Gundam.
Play some Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. I actually do that, by the way. I like to play it in the afternoon. It's fun to go and shoot bots, yada yada, whatever. I like to play Half-Life 2 Deathmatch still. Fight me. So, I launch Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, and then this.
What about it?
So, some of you might not realize the implication of this right now. Some of you might be wondering
I would be at school.
This is possible. Now, if you don't know, the Source Engine has a limitation where you can't have two source games open at the same time. TF2 and Portal RTX are both source games, and I shouldn't be able to launch both of them. And yet, for some reason, I can. This isn't even the beginning. This is literally...
Maybe Portal RTX is just special?
The weird crap going on here. Okay. I didn't notice this at first, right? But what piqued my interest was when I went into the server browser. Now, you don't see anything out of the ordinary here. This is all just normal. Now, where things got interesting was when I clicked on the land.
Yeah, you can't open two source games at once. I kind of understand that.
At that. So it's some kind of blank server. 0 players. No name. So, okay. What the hell is this?
The beginning of Anami's God
I
PC.
did a test
Yeah.
a few minutes ago. You know.
Why did Anami check
I
on LAN?
closed Portal RTX, and lo and behold, the server goes away. So right away, Portal RTX.
He was probably he was probably gonna start a LAN server because that's well, I don't know. I haven't played Half-Life 2 Deathmatch in a long time. That's probably where you just do bots.
Match server? How much sense does that make? I don't exactly understand how it could do that. So, okay, you might be thinking, what happens if you try to join the server? Now, this is where things get really weird. Double click, you join.
Personally, I think Anami was just doing the thing where you click on random things at a board. Probably.
Huh? Huh? It seems like nothing happened. Well, until you look at the menu a little more closely and you realize that instead of a quit button, now it's a disconnect button. And if you click on that and you disconnect, then you're back on the regular menu. Huh. Okay, so I never knew that Source could do this. I'm curious, have any of you ever seen this before? Because this is honestly like the weirdest thing. Well, weird to me anyway. I'm not exactly a Source Engine expert, as you guys all know. However, of course, the one thing that I would think to try, since this is all sort of relevant to the Interloper rabbit hole, is what happens if you try the commands? And I'm sure you guys can all guess what happens. And
Running RTX in another game at the same time has to be at least some GPU damage, probably.
Why I'm calling it the live investigation.
Just create server. I don't know.
So let me just show you. You know, let me here we go. And boom. Look at that. Demo generation right here. No idea how this is happening.
What did you think of my artwork on Discord? Looked pretty cool.
We're generating
The Gundam one, I'm pretty sure you're talking about. I don't have Discord open right now because too many things on my computer.
What the hell is this setup? So yeah, I thought, you know what? I have demo generation working again.
Not only that, in the future, Anami will run all the source games at once, like Anami NASA level PC. Yeah, I remember that part.
Let's see what we can find. I know quite a few of you were also pretty interested in seeing the process live. So
also, welcome Classical to the Discord server. I just checked it.
You guys can get a more in-depth look into sort of what I need to do in order to.
Anami setup reveal, and it was just like 12 RTX 4090s. Want to full stream VOD? Check the description. If I miss anything pertinent, let me know.
I will warn you though, it's not very fun. It can get pretty boring.
Yeah, I think this was only the 30 series.
Much. I'm not expecting much, which is why I wanted to do it as a live stream instead of a video, because I'm not
my phone.
that beyond this I'll really find anything. I actually did think about making a short update video, but I decided a live stream would probably be better. So, hey, here it is. I made that decision on a dime. All right, let's start generating and see what we can find. I'm not really gonna keep track of what's what. You know, if you guys wanted to, I'm not confident that we'll really find a Type 5. They, as far as I can tell, they're very.
gonna skip until we get to an interesting portion. Oh wait, it flash forwards. This is weird. Okay.
I always find it funny.
What chat is the general chat on the Discord? Aramis, well, yeah.
On the
They're
player
themed, so it's...
which is why I think that these are being generated, actually, because it's always my player name. Because game demos always
Aramis, well,
contain the names of the people.
I didn't name it that.
That they record. So since these all have my name, that makes me think that these are all being generated on the spot, potentially.
Interesting.
I've never seen one like this before.
It's all wireframe. Interesting. What map is that? I can't tell. Oh, it's a deathmatch. Of course I won't know. Yeah, you can see all the individual vertices. I don't know why.
Yeah, so that one's definitely an outlier. I'm gonna take note of that one. If you guys are wondering, I'm not gonna like look too in depth on these right now. I just want to look at as much as possible. Like I'm gonna, of course, go back and look at these later. So don't worry about that. Whoa.
The hell's that? Interesting. The music is kind of calming. Makes it more ominous. Gotta love the errors in the official Valve games, even they don't even know how to work their own engine. Interesting, it's moving out to the side.
Yeah, I'm 100% looking at that one later. Weird. Yeah, so to answer that question, again, I'm not looking too deep into the individual demos right now because like I want to just generate as much as possible first and then investigate afterwards. Right? We're just trying to get the demos right now.
This demo, it's so strange, weird, and I think every now and again, only to never get brought up again.
Right now.
This one or the really weird, like, Serene one? Well, just in Mist, that's weird.
You're not even... I want to go... I know that this is kind of... This might just be a dead end, but let me go look at TF2 really quick. Requests from you guys to look at Gold Source games. So let me just open up Half-Life 1 really quick and see if there's anything there.
Half-Life 1 demos would be so cool.
No server here, so...
Aww.
For Interloper. Oh!
F.
Dude, weird. It's like the old main menu. What?
Yeah, that is what the old TF2 main menu looked like, isn't it? That's so weird to see.
Oh, this is so weird, but it's so cool. What?
Not to mention the camera movement. Yeah, that is really weird. What do you think of Saki Senabushi, aka Go for a Punch? Saki Sanaboshi. Isn't that like the really disturbing one? Saki Sanaboshi. Is that the creepypasta or an anime? That sounds like that one creepypasta of like the women locked in a bathroom and then they have to gruesomely kill each other. That one manga. I swear I'm not making this up. I've heard it before. We never. I wonder if Half-Life Source works, but remember if Aname tried. I just remember that Aname once failed because instead of Half-Life Source, he opened Half-Life. Oh wait, so I am right. It is that. I think that's a really weird creepypasta, and I really hope it's not real lost media, fake anime. Yeah, the one from 4chan. Yeah, I really hope it's not real. I think it's fucking weird. It just sounds like one of those gore posts
There's
that
no way
nah.
like I'm just seeing this for the first time.
Like as an idea, I think it's interesting, but it just sounds like just Saw, but more gory and unnecessary. Oh, we're getting ones now.
Interlope. Let's see if we can find more find more TF2 goodness.
Don't know if you read my previous message, but will you watch the VOD because RTX had chat messages which Anomi did not bring up? Really? I'll check then. Hold on, I want to check something. Never mind, I'm dumb. Oh, the test map.
Yeah, so for people who don't know, this is actually a map in Team Fortress 2. It's called CP Cloak. I guess it was just a matter of time before we got a demo on it. Not sure if it's relevant at all, though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But that means they can access dev maps. And community maps? That was a community map, right? A lot of these don't seem like worth paying attention to.
How does this one look familiar? That's a weird one.
Interesting, you're not supposed to be able to go this far in the actual map. Oh, never mind. They hit an invisible wall, okay. But no, yeah, I read your previous message. I'll check out the VOD after this. I just want to check out the actual video first, because...
Dude, this is so cool. That means then that this should work with any Source game, right? I haven't looked at yet. Left 4 Dead 2. Who doesn't have a server browser?
Left 4 Dead 2? Yeah, it does.
RTX is running locally on my machine, so that makes me think that
Or no, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong.
Must be being
Just posted a video on
my
Discord.
machine. Now, there's a way that you can connect to your machine.
I like his add-ons.
Console, and you type in connect followed by your local network IP. In my case, it's 192.168.0.1, I believe. I mean, yes, of course, I modded the hell out of my Left 4 Dead 2.
5 mech shows that deserve their own game.
Now, if I'm right, and I push enter...
Isn't that just his local IP? So we can just find his address now? I don't think they meant to put their local IP in this.
Even in a single-player game. Oh, wow.
Here's what I find interesting. So these are part of the font in Gary's mod and Half-Life, because the icons. If you know a lot about Half-Life, you probably know this. But like when there's the drop-down menu that shows all your weapons and you see the icons, they're actually fonts. So I find it interesting that it's pulling from the font folder rather than just like changing the title. Interesting. That one should have looked familiar to Aname specifically. Why? The cats are the real interlopers. I'm playing Minecraft and I'm being harassed by a warden. Jeez. Wait, Sopix, can you elaborate on that? Why should it look familiar to Anami?
For Dead 2. All right, let's see what's up in Left 4 Dead 2, guys. Help! Come on, guys, go help Ellis.
Interesting.
What's this about?
We can clearly see the other players are alive.
Jockey, so there's special infected in here.
That one TF2 demo is a map Aname made an SFM on that the character was on the map on the camera positions. Oh. So there was one of their previous SFMs. Okay. That's a neat little part. Okay, so they're being attacked.
Pretty neat.
Interesting.
I need a hand, people.
Hmm.
And that's a second one with someone falling off a
Need some
cliff.
help over here.
Not a cliff.
A little help, people.
Look, there's his friends too. You can see they're just standing there. They're not helping him.
They're just shooting at something. I wonder what.
Players or are they bots?
Oh, Christ, somebody pull me up.
They look like bots.
I'm down.
They're not helping. Here's the thing that's making me crazy. In that last one, they were shooting at something. But they're not shooting at the zombie. So if they don't shoot at zombies, what do they shoot at? Just some food for thought. All of them are falling off a ledge. Or like, or stunned.
What? Are they all like this?
A little help.
What? Why are they all falling off? Oh. Oh. Is he standing in the air?
What if it was a U-Man after all the first Type 5 had an NPC shoot at the U-Man? That's what I was thinking. But, I don't know.
Huh. Very weird.
The only problem with that theory is that there wasn't any bell sounds. And there's always bell sounds when you see the Interloper. I like it sped up, it's funny.
Help. Let's over here and help. Need some help.
An actual gameplay one. You're right, there's a hole in my theory there. Yeah. Because it's been very consistent with every time we see the U-Man, it's, there's a bell sound. And we didn't hear any indicators that he had actually appeared.
Guys.
Oh, Type 5, Type 5, Type 5.
Huh? Oh shit. Guys. Look. We got one. Dude. Is it? No, absolutely.
What the hell? Is his arm gone? They're all running past him. Look, they've all stopped now.
Wow. Okay, that one was weird. That was a very weird one. I've never quite seen a demo like that before.
It looked like they were all running away and then got frozen. Because they were running past what I assume is a Rochelle model. We never heard the... We heard a breaking glass sound, but we never heard a bell. Interesting.
Huh. It was kind of like Sea Strike. You know, the way he kind of fell through the floor kind of reminds me of how, like, in Sea Strike, the avatar was, like, dragged out of the map bounds. This one's kind of different, though. Actually. Anything else? Let's take 2 minutes. What? There's no demo files in here.
None of them created
Okay.
demo files.
Despite the fact that we can see the demo in here. So if you type play demo space in console, like, you can find the demo list. Like, these are our generations. But
Hold on. For the demo files, does it save all of them or only like a certain types? Because we know it saves type 5s, and we know it saves... Does it save the type 1s, you think? We also heard the drown sound while he fell through the floor. Yeah, that's what that's the sound I missed.
demos
That's what I meant. That and a shattering light bulb sound.
older. Also, how long has Portal RTX been doing that? Have you guys noticed that? What the hell is it doing? Anyway.
Is he not moving it?
18, which is the Type 5 we just generated.
Hold on. It's not red anymore. It's black, and I mean, he could move earlier, but
Nowhere to be found.
saves all of them? Okay, good to know.
If you're just tuning in, here I will replay it. Let's head back. And the demos are gone. None of them. Wow. Okay.
Left 4 Dead demos are the weirdest, damn. Okay.
Interesting. So my assumption here is that the demo process is working differently somehow here. And I guess since we're connecting to a server, the demos aren't being saved here, they're being saved in the server somewhere. So maybe they're in the Portal RTX files at the moment.
Oh, they could.
Way,
It could be.
I'll go look for those later. But what I want to do right now, actually, is I want to just keep generating as many demos as possible from as many games as possible. So, actually, Left 4 Dead 2 was erratic results. So, let me... Here. I want to check out Portal 2. I was gonna... I really did want to check out Portal again, but since neither of the portals are working, really... Also, I'm not sure if this is going to work in a single-player game. Whatever. Let's try Portal 2. Portal 2 has a co-op mode, so let's just give that a shot. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, it works too.
It works. Another,
The fact that all of them get saved will be very annoying for the incident.
Let's see what we can find.
I'm guessing it'll be difficult to find which one is which for the incident.
Oh. Is this a Type 4?
But yeah, the Type 4s are the most common in Portal, right?
Like Portal 1, huh?
Interesting. They just walked off. Okay. Not just Portal 1 that has common type? Yeah. I get that.
Portal, very similar. Lots of Type 4s. Olympics are beginning. The demo Olympics are beginning.
Thought he said mental Olympics.
I know that this is like brand new territory for us, but I kind of don't want to I kind of don't want to sit here and just watch these. Like this could go on for hours. Like when we were testing the Portal demos a few months back, like oh, it was so boring. Let's just watch a couple more.
Interesting. Hold on. That looks different. Hold on, this looks different.
Wait, what?
This is the thing? Yeah, I think this is a thing.
In this test chamber. What?
My bet is that it's going to connect to RTX somehow. I could be wrong, but I can dream, can't I? Interesting. I've been waiting specifically for this because I have a huge theory I have cooped up in my head. That music's new. That music is not in these games. Oh, look. It is connected to Portal RTX. Something's happening. Interesting. I think Portal 2 is in the same location as Portal RTX now. The maze is much bigger than this maze. Interesting. Oh, it's gone red. Connection error. Alright, that means the game's crashed, and that means that a screen that he had loaded is gone. I love this type of edit. I'm so pissed I can't do it in my editing software. Oh, shit. Like, you literally need to pay premium in the editing software I use to even do this. I'm so annoyed that that's a thing. Remain in this state for 20 minutes. Also, hello, subtle foreshadowing. However, I had no idea that the stream had stopped. Once you're done with this video, I'll say my theory. Unfortunately, the stream was dead. Ignore the maze and SRT hello talk. That's all future stuff. Fortunately, the stream was dead. I didn't get footage of what happened next. Here's a quick reenactment of what happened. Portal 2 had crashed, and Portal RTX was a pure white screen. Well, your first time watching Portal 4. Don't worry, I don't mind. Also playing some music. Oh, so they're the Steam music player. Thinking the stream was still running, I proceeded to test Counter-Strike Source. Now this is what happens. There's no skybox. It also happens in TF2.
Forward!
Restarting Portal RTX doesn't fix it. And even in every game I try sends me to the same large dark void. Even Day of Defeat. My Steam was no longer working. I checked Task Manager. Noticed that my network was being hammered. I was suspicious that this could be a third-party reference, so I closed Portal. That ended the stream. I haven't had a chance to analyze everything in here yet. But I'll keep looking. Looks like even Gmod. Or Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, I can't tell which grab gun that one's from. I'll be sure to report what I find here. Ugh. How much work this must be to create is, like, ridiculous. DaVinci Resolve. I may have to switch editing softwares. DaVinci Resolve might just be better than Filmora. Doug turning Peggle into a roguelike. Damn, I'd love to see that. All right. How long has the stream been going? All right, we're doing 3 hours. We're on 3 hours. I'm gonna be honest. I have to go help my dog get medicine. I am gonna start on my script, and I think that's gonna be the end of the stream today. We're gonna pick this up. I don't know, sometime this week. And yeah, thank you everyone who came into the stream who talked. I'm glad that we could do this. And I will start the script now and probably watch some of the videos in my free time as well. Anyway, it's been me. Comments, criticisms, and suggestions are always welcome. It's been me, Moosh. See you later. Arrivederci. Leave your theories in the Discord below if you want to join the Interloper channel with all your theories. See you soon.